So, did you figure out the puzzle that I laid before you? Let's find out. Some of it you may get right away, but then there are other parts that may have seemed confusing. And like I mentioned earlier in the other video, unless you chose to put your beliefs aside and take a look and delve into areas that you may not be comfortable with, multiple subjects put into one, you will never see the complete picture. This has to do with Zechariah 14:2 and its fulfillment. So let's put the pieces of the puzzle together. Now, some of this you may go, well, how does this pertain to Zechariah 14:2? You'll understand it in the near future. Consider that Zechariah 14:2 has to do also with the Lord's arrival, the Messiah, into Israel, and essentially more so like the Day of the Lord type of material. There's more to it though, and I focused on this specific verse for a reason. So let's take a look at the stuff that was laid out here. 2016, I put out there along with the number 9. 2016 in numerology equals 9. 9 is the number of completion. Now, 2017 and the number 10, a 10 continues the work of the number 9. Here's another interesting thing. 5777, which began in October of 2016, the year of number 9. 5777, the Jewish year, they call the year of completion. Funny how the number 9, the number of completion, also falls into the year 5777, known as the year of completion. The number 8 also makes its appearance. President Obama is the 44th President of the United States, equaling the number 8. What follows next is the 45th President of the United States, number 9. What's interesting is we've seen how what Mr. Trump believes in, and his focus on making America great again and being a good example. One thing I find interesting is that Mr. Trump, when I looked at his zodiac symbol, he is in fact a Gemini. Lord Rael is also a Gemini. The same month, being January 2017, was also the month of Mr. Trump's inauguration. During the month of January, and the time frame in which he went through this process, the symbol of Gemini appears in the night sky. In 2011, remember the UFO on January 28th, 2011. The same time frame, Gemini once again appeared in the night sky. So now you have this in 2011, 2017, 2017 equaling the number 10, continuing the work of completion. January 15th, 2017 was also brought up. That date equals the number 8. President Obama's number, according to being the 44th president. You had the United Nations and the 70, if not 70 plus nations, meeting together to discuss the fate of Israel, the division. Now we know that Israel is opposed to this. They're looking to divide Jerusalem and other parts of Israel. That falls into Zechariah 14. It talks about the division. It talks about a takeover. Here's a kicker. Anybody who pays attention to InfoWars, who watches Alex Jones, or Mr. Alex Jones, and Mr. Paul Watson, have obviously seen the videos that they have made in regards to ISIS and refugees and what they've done when they've entered countries. A lot of times they talk about not just beatings, taking over of areas, they also talk about rape. Now, if you study what ISIS has done in the past, they have when they've taken over areas, they have raped so many people. It's unbelievable. They have tortured and raped a lot of people. And this was well covered and well documented. Now think about it. I'm not even going to read the verse to you. Go back to Zechariah 14:2. And you tell me what it says. And you tell me how this division of God's land that the UN was looking to impose is going to have any benefit. There is a good reason as to why Israel's land is the way it is. And by shrinking their land, it's going to create a massive issue for them. And when you see it, I just take a look at some of the documentary videos out there. It shows the benefits of the way Israel is right now. And if it gets reduced, if the land gets taken away, we're going to be looking at the same type of crisis in those specific areas that we see around the world going on with this whole refugee thing going on. Additionally, consider this. This is all leading up to the Battle of Armageddon. If they divide the land, now consider this, ISIS is a group that believes they bring about the final battle, the end of the world, Armageddon. So they're trying to get to the specific location where Armageddon is supposed to happen. They believe that they bring in these people, especially the US, to battle them. If that's the case, and the land gets divided, and it gets divided the way that allows them to get to that location because it becomes a Palestinian state, which means ISIS would have an easier time getting their militants in there, Armageddon officially will become a reality. They could potentially succeed. This is a nightmare. People need to see what's going on around them. This is preventable. This is more than preventable. People need to seek God. People need to see what's happening around them. This is all this stuff right here. It comes together, but unless you look at numerology, zodiac, astrology, politics, the Bible, and what all other cultures specifically believe, put it all together, you get the big picture. And if you still can't see it, then I don't know what to say. May God open your eyes.